for us, it's really about the idea of making exercise and fitness in the home enjoyable and therefore motivating, and really all about the byproduct of that, which is we all want to live long and healthy lives, and we need to take action in our lives, in our daily lives, about how we structure what we do, and in order to give us the best chance of that. And one of the most obvious solutions is just, what we talked about at the beginning. Movement is about exercise, about fitness, not just physical fitness, but mental fitness. And it just struck me, having watched what was happening in the market, that if you look at how these rooms are used, and technically speaking, if you're an architect or a designer or anybody else, you need to look at those rooms and go, what is the function, and how do we make the function of that space really optimized, and what tools are available to make that happen? And it was one of those rooms that really hadn't seen any innovation for 40 years or so, whereas the rest of the house, with cinema rooms and spas and controls and lighting and heating, had seen this embracing of technology, and the gym just hadn't.
Well, and you've seen these, we see lots of application stories come in for the magazine, custom integration projects, and the gym is always the big tech is a TV up in the corner or something, like you would see at a hotel. That's been about it. And of course, with Peloton and all the connected devices for training coming in, especially during COVID, just those becoming such great sellers. I see that this is kind of blending together perfectly for you. But what is your background to put you in? Are you a fitness type person originally, or?
So my background, I guess this is two worlds colliding between, my personal life and activities around health and fitness for my personal life, but working in property. So I've been involved in residential and leisure property for very many years, and working in sort of super prime residential and leisure for the last 15 or so. And it was seeing that development over that period of time where, like we were saying, that the use of tech just hadn't come into play. And I did a charity ride back in 2009 to Land's End to John O'Groats, from Land's End to John O'Groats, and I was training away in my garage, looking at a computer screen, thinking there's got to be a better way. There's got to be something that's going to convince me that I'm there or nearly there, and I was convinced someone was going to do it. And within the market, within the property world, we were working on these incredible projects, big projects, big residential schemes, and big leisure hotel schemes. And I was seeing visuals of gyms that were going to be built and brought to market in 21, 22, and even 23. And they were still doing the same design, that maybe some of the materials and some of the lighting had changed somewhat, but nonetheless, the experience of what that room's purpose was, which was to be an engaging place for customers and clients to go and exercise and train, just hadn't changed. And because I year in, year out, I would do other challenges to try and keep myself fit and healthy. And I found myself still back in 2018, still looking at a computer screen or a TV screen, and realized nothing had changed, and there was no sign that anything was going to change. So for me, it was sort of that, right, okay, so it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen in the near future. So I want to make it happen. And that was really then about putting teams of people together. So it was the background of my observing really at the very highest end what was happening in the market, property market, at the same time as a user, and observing what was happening with fitness and health, and the explosion of digital fitness and the explosion of these at-home workout pieces of hardware like Peloton. That's kind of, it brought it together.
Residential technology, lighting specialist, architect, smart device, smart house.